A lot of guest appearances on this.
Good job, good job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good job.
David? Jeff. Seven.
The temperature's going down. Maybe we can stay up.
Time has arrived, 6 o'clock, the regular meeting of the Brockton License Commission. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. I am Jeff Charnell. I am filling in for Chairman Hank Tattaglia tonight. Commissioners in attendance are McGarry, Selinsky, and Texera, and our secretary, Sylvia. And Lieutenant Bianca is here on behalf of the Brockton Police Department. Excuse me if I'm a little rusty. I haven't been here in a while. Had surgery. But item 1, review of and acceptance of the minutes from the regular License Commission meeting of August 19, 2021.
Oh, sure.
You all set?
Can I get a motion
I would
on,
move to accept, Mr. Chairman.
a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Item 2, approval of the following officers of the license agent of the month of September: Lieutenant Paul Bianca and David Farrell, Sergeant George, how do you say his name? Corey, Christopher McDonough, Timothy Stanton, Captain William Hallisey, Detective Patrick Donahue, Eric Cummings, Jackie Condon, Eric Clark, Santiago Sereno, Thompson Halen, Michael Baker, Paul Nazir, and James Coinshaw. Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, so we are entering the hearing. We ask that everyone come. Since we're so close to you, you have to keep on your mask. So if you can try to talk into the mic and maybe talk a little bit louder than you typically talk. But we'll have the first hearing here on the request from Red Crab Brockton, Inc., doing business as Juicy Seafoods, manager, I'm gonna go with Zhang. Application for an all alcoholic beverage, common victor entertainment license located at 683 Belmont Street, Unit 1, Brockton. The petitioner's here. Okay.
My name is Chris Coleman. I'm here on behalf of the applicant. And this is Jan Cheng Zhang, and she will be the proposed.
And just your name for the record?
Hi, yeah, my name is Ian Chen Zhang,
And your address, please?
30 Magnolia Lane, Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Spelling of the first name is Y-A-N-C-H-U-N. Last name is Z-H-A-N-G.
All right, so we'll just ask you what you plan on doing, and then we'll have the commission, and then the lieutenant will give his piece and kind of go from there. So if you would,
For the benefit of the commissioners who were not here from the previous one.
if you can try to just talk into the
Sorry,
mic. Just pull it.
Bring it closer.
It's a brief enough presentation just to go right from the beginning. So the location, as you may be aware, is 683 Belmont Street, Suite 1. That's the location of the old Stop and Shop. Last time the request is made from the last hearing for some plan detail with regard to parking, with regard to the site itself, how it's split up, as well as the floor plan. We did submit those, and we're happy to answer any questions along those lines from those plans. The space is 6,000 square feet with 142 seats. 14 of those are bar seats, 64 are table seats, and the other 64 are in booths. The occupancy there is 160. The cuisine is Cajun seafood dishes. The menu's been provided with the application. Hours of operation are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., and on Sundays, noon to 11 p.m. As I stated earlier, Ms. Zhang is the proposed manager. She's got excellent restaurant and alcohol experience. She was the owner-manager of Japan One in Marlborough. They also had an all-alcohol license from 2009 to 2020. That restaurant has been sold. The entertainment that is proposed, well, she's also under TIPS training. She's a U.S. citizen and will be there 40-plus hours a week. The entertainment that's proposed is just television. There'll be 8 to 10 TVs, as well as background music, conversational level, nothing loud, no live entertainment. The proposed opening, they think they should be ready, if everything goes properly, in about 8 months. Be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions from commissioners?
Mr. Chairman, just at this stage, thank you for the great presentation and the drawings. Are we still, as we were a month ago, still in that stage where we really haven't started any construction yet? You're waiting on your license to
That is correct.
proceed?
I don't think anybody wants to do any kind of substantial financial investment in a location if they don't know whether they're going to get their approvals and permits. So the answer to that is yes. Nothing has been really done there at the location.
So you're going to be in Unit 1, and I quickly thumbing through here, I didn't see a plot, an overall plot plan on this current structure. We're going to be at the far right or the far left?
Far left, and I'll show you a copy
there
of
it
that. I believe these were,
Great, thank you. Oh, okay, great. Okay, all right,
this,
thank you.
it's the same one.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't grab mine as fast as. I certainly understand the business portion of that, and I have no problem with a qualified granting in a motion this evening that it would be amendable for you, to grant a license pending, completion, getting signed off by all the different departments in the city and things like that.
Absolutely.
Because again, I don't want it sitting there and just floating forever either. It's, so I yield the mic at this time.
Yeah.
Just a question on the hour. On a Sunday, it's scratch. You said it's 11 to,
It's actually 12 noon to 11 p.m.
on the application, I see it's scratch.
It's this one at the top. Look at the top of, they typed one in on mine.
Oh, not on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just a question.
What was the question? You done?
He's looking for the. his
No, I'm
doesn't
looking for the
show
hour
the
for
Sunday
Sundays.
hours.
Sundays hour.
Can you put your finger as fast as you're done?
Is it?
The hours of operation?
Should be on the opening application, it should have the hours of operation it's right here. Sunday, 12 to 11. It's on the front page of the application. It's in very finite print. You can barely read it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a few questions. Commissioner Smith, do you have questions?
I'm going to hold any
Okay.
questions till
I have a few questions. So a few of my questions are related to, obviously, this is a establishment that sells alcohol, and there is an adjacent high school that is in close proximity to that. So, you know, I know tip certified, all these things, and staffing should be, you know, trained as well. But, you know, things happen, you know, what are kind of the procedures to mitigate, you know, teenagers from consuming alcohol? And because again, I don't think we have an establishment that sells beer and liquor that's that close to the high school.
Well, it's all being served inside the premises.
I agree,
And
yeah.
if they follow the procedures that they should all follow, and that there's going to be a trainer come on site to teach all of the employees and anybody touching alcohol there the proper procedures, there probably won't be any difference between the general public and the students, because they'll be checking all IDs. And, I mean, the high school students will probably look younger, but they look older as well on occasion. So they'll be treated no differently than anybody else. But if the procedures are followed rigidly, it should be a satisfactory process.
Will you guys have like an ID machine on site? What is, again, I'm just,
Question for you, Yan Chen, do you have a card reader, or are you just going to look at the visual
Look
yourself?
at the original ID.
original ID. And
Yeah.
what makes you card someone? What is that age you just follow?
Even when you look at it, they look like 30, we still require for ID.
Gotcha.
So if no ID, it's not allowed to sell.
Okay,
That's for that many years, I do it for them.
okay,
And I also told all the staff, you have to look at the ID, no ID, apologize, no alcohol, sorry.
okay. It's very important, especially in that corridor of the city, because, you know, there's a lot of children and adolescents that just try to, you know, play the game, one would say. So I'm wary of establishments around there. If someone tried to put a alcohol establishment at the Friendlies, and I was highly against that, because I think it's just way too close to the school. But I would be in favor, knowing that, you know, these seems like they have their.
It's a high-quality establishment as well. It's not a place, I think, that high school students are really going to go to. I think it's more of a family atmosphere or adult dining more than it would be the high schoolers.
And the current tenants, so are those LOIs for, so you got, obviously the building's being broken up. Are those gonna be the tenants, the Big Lots, the Family Dollar? Or is that just proposed people that have showed interest?
I can't speak for the landlord.
Okay,
All I can speak about is ours.
okay,
We're pretty far ahead, but they've been told us that those transactions are shaky.
gotcha. And go to Lieutenant?
You want to hear from him?
Yep.
The updated submission of the materials is what we requested from the last meeting. Last meeting, the materials were vague, but they've been updated. And as far as the police department is concerned, and I know the commissioner definitely had an issue, which is very important, about the high school being across the street. So our agents will, if the license is granted and when the work is completed, barring any other department approvals, which you will have to contend with, including the police department. We'll be keeping an eye on the establishment subsequent to that because of the concerns of the commission with the high school being across the street. So I hope that your client realizes this.
They'd be welcome.
And, but notwithstanding that, the police department, as long as the hours don't deviate from what you submitted, we don't have an issue with the business barring final department inspections.
Very good.
That would be it.
No, I think I've got it clear. There's no band that's going to be playing there, am I
No.
correct?
No.
Okay. All right, thank
We're
you.
not.
And just to confirm the hours, because, I mean, they're in pretty fine print, so Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 1, and then Sunday is noon to 11.
Correct.
So you will not be open past 2 a.m. is
That's
what-
correct.
So last call will be at,
The regs are like 12:30, they've got to be out like within, I think, 30 minutes of that.
Yeah, within 30 minutes of that.
gotcha. All right. Any other questions from commissioners? Lieutenant, anything else?
Nope.
Get a motion?
Motion to approve pending all required certifications by all other city departments and licensing boards.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Good
Thank
luck.
you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, that was old business. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah,
So you came
right.
back, okay. So, hearing on a request from Saint Teresa's,
Mr. Judge.
Maronite Church.
Maronite Church
Yeah.
for a special license to sell all alcohol with entertainment to be held at 343 North Main Street, Brockton, for the Lebanese Dance fundraiser on September 25th, 2021 at 8 p.m. to midnight. Parties here for that.
Hello.
Just your name for the clerk.
Michelle Nasrallah.
Just, you go right.
Absolutely. So in lieu of our three-day festival, we are reluctantly, well, we're hosting a one-day event from 8 to 12 on September 25th. We don't envision a lot of people showing up because I think people are still concerned about, what's going on with COVID. So we're just requesting a one-day license for this event. It's a Huffley, a Lebanese dance. There'll be a DJ. I figure last call will be around 11:30. I don't see this event going until midnight, but I could be wrong.
Just one question. So,
Sure.
do you guys currently have a liquor license?
We only apply for liquor license for special events.
So can they, I thought for one-day permits, it was only beer and wine. Am I wrong?
They can. They've had it in the past.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. I went back like years.
Gotcha. Any other?
I have no questions.
So just expecting about 150 people on the one day? If that?
If that would be a grace of God, but
Any other questions?
So we're
Lieutenant?
doing the Tupke, right?
we're doing the Dupke.
Okay, very good.
Come and have dinner. Dinner served at 8:30 and it'll be fully Lebanese.
And this is open to the general public, correct? And notwithstanding that, one detail officer is going to be required since it's open to the general public.
That's
I
correct.
understand that.
We called the detail
Okay.
officer today.
Excellent.
Sergeant Barry, I believe?
Correct.
Yes,
The police department doesn't have any objections.
thank you.
Get a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Good
Have a
luck.
good evening.
Good luck.
Excellent.
Oh, Lou, you go? Yeah. I don't remember. I haven't been in a while, so I'm like, because, I'm trying to remember things in my head that I don't think are actual facts. Hearing on requests from Animal Protection Center of Southeastern Massachusetts, the APCSM, for a special permit to sell all alcohol beverages for an annual Dogtoberfest event to be held outdoors at 1200 West Elm Street Extension, 1300 West Elm Street Extension, Brockton, Mass. On October 16th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
My name is Patricia Seuss. I'm the Project and Development Coordinator at the Animal Protection Center. This will be our 4th annual Dogtoberfest event. The purpose of the event is to raise funds for our shelter as well as promote local businesses. We currently have confirmed with 6 local breweries, one being the Brockton Beer Company, to participate in the event. This event is open to the public. The public will need to buy tickets to enter the event. Again, this is outdoors at our location at the shelter at 1300 West Elm Street Extension. There will be 7 staff members, 8 to 10 volunteers participating. I did call the detail office today and spoke with an officer about hiring an officer to be there for the event. We have about 50 parking spaces available. We're estimating about 100 people or less. We do have 2 facilities within the building, and it will be required that the public wear masks when they are in our building.
Who's going to be handling the alcohol? Are you hiring a company, a tip certified company to be bartenders?
The brewers. So the 6 breweries will have.
The breweries are going to be sending people?
Yes, they'll each have a table with a staff member serving tastings, and then on top of that, they can serve pints once they've used all their tasting tickets.
So you're looking for beer and wine? Wine and malt?
Well, they have seltzer, so I didn't know.
That's malt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's all a beer base. I don't know if that,
She could do either or. I mean, if she wants to do all alcohol, they're a nonprofit, they can do that. Or if they want to do beer and, wine, you could do that.
is there
So-
a cost different for her?
She has more
She doesn't need it.
Yeah, it's the same, it's just the price is a little different, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably just to cover yourself, just keep it all up. Just
In the next,
I mean, we paid it already?
Yeah, they did the 150, the all,
beer and wine, how much?
It's a beer.
one.
Oh, gotcha.
It's really beer and wine.
Any other questions?
I yield.
Lieutenant?
I'm all set.
Yeah, Lieutenant doesn't have any questions. The only thing, so should they keep it as an all alcoholic since they already paid for it?
It's up to them if they're gonna serve all alcohol.
I'm fine with that. Again, I'd rather cover our bases just in case.
Gotcha. Motion?
Motion to approve.
second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Should come.
We get invited to a lot of stuff.
I know. It's a fundraise.
Okay. Hearing on the request from My Three Sons Dinner, Inc. for a transfer of a common victor license located at 1050 Pearl Street, Brockton. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Great.
I am.
Just might want to pull that.
Yeah, pull a little towards you.
Yeah.
I am purchasing.
Just name and address to the secretary.
My name is David Morley. I live in Raynham, Massachusetts.
Street address.
I am purchasing Joe's Best Diner in
Just your full street address for the record.
80 Laurel Lane in Raynham, Massachusetts. Sorry.
Yeah, all right.
I am purchasing Joe's Best Diner in Brockton on 1050 Pearl Street. In order to complete the purchase, I have to obviously get the license transferred over to my name. I'm going to continue to operate the diner exactly the same hours as he's been doing. Same menu, not changing any of the facilities, same amount of seating. We'll still operate the drive-through. Nothing's really changing.
And any questions from commissioners?
Just, are you currently one of the cooks, chefs there, or have you?
I've been training with him for the last month.
The breakfast place. I have no questions.
But he's not here, right?
Joe's not here now.
And you said the name's staying the same
The
too.
name is staying the same right now, yes.
And he's been training you to take over for the last month?
Yep.
And prior to him training you, what do you have experience?
I have worked for Chipotle for the previous 5 years. I worked for Papagino's for the previous 15 years before that. I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years at one point. And I also operated as a sous chef in several restaurants. And when I was younger, I ran the kitchen for the Boy Scout program from the time I was 16 to the time I was 19.
Lieutenant.
I conducted an inspection today, and I didn't find any issues. The police department has no objection.
Get a motion. Move to it, right. Move to accept. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Have a nice night.
You too.
Good night.
Safe home.
All right. Moving on here. Hearing on a request from AB Liquors, Inc., Super Values Liquors Manager Ali Patel makes an application for a transfer of all alcohol beverages, package stores, licenses, and a pledge of the license and inventory at 597 Center Street, Brockton, Mass. to SVL Liquors, Inc., doing business as Super Values. Liquor Manager Abba Hasta.
Okay.
What he said.
Yes.
Buddha.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, man. I apologize. Sorry. I am not good with names, obviously. Okay.
Thank you. My name is Attorney Wayne Matthews, 529 Pearl Street in Brockton, Massachusetts. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I'm glad you handled Abu's name rather than me. That's great. This is Abu, and this is Deep Patel. They're basically partners in this transfer request to transfer the license at the Super Value Liquors on Center Street in Brockton, a little bit down from the Brockton Hospital. They would keep the operation almost the same as is now, very little changes. The two of them have experience in the business. Deep's family has run a bunch of liquor stores, including Cheers Liquors, which he's worked at and has an interest in. And Abu has worked in stores too, and including Tedesca's, I think, beer and wine store. And we're also requesting a pledge of the license and the inventory to Rockland Trust Company, who are providing the financing to them in this venture. We would be glad to answer any additional questions you might have.
Questions from the commissioners?
Is the hour of operation still going to be the same?
The hours of operation would be,
Yeah, currently they're the same. We are open at 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Monday to Thursday is 9 to 10, and Friday, Saturday is 9 to 11, and Sunday is 12 to 8 to 12 to 8.
12 to 8.
The only question I have is the plaza's leased, right? You don't own that.
Yes.
The pledge is just for the assets that are inside this particular entity.
Yes,
Gotcha.
correct. Yeah.
Lieutenant,
From the police department perspective, we have not had any issues with the establishment, so we don't have any objection.
and just for the record, if we can just get the two applicants' name to an address, and then we can.
My name is Deep Patel, address 35 Goldfinch Drive, Brockton, Massachusetts, 02301.
I'm Abusnath Buddha, 972 Pleasant Street, Brockton, 02301.
Did you get that? Commissioners, if there's no more questions, I'd ask for a motion.
I would move to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Nice to see you, Paul.
Sylvia, do we have to read this and then number 7 and then
I
postpone it?
think so, right now.
Yes, read it and make a motion to, I'll make a motion.
Okay. Hearing on request from Brockton License Commission to Cardozo Cafe, Inc., located at 146-148 Montello Street, to address issues with neighbors. That, Mr. Cardozo had come in and asked for that, his counsel had asked for that to be moved to a later date, so we are.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to postpone to a time certain, September 30th at 6 PM.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, folks. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.
Okay.
All right, commissioners?